Well, welcome to Chain Gang Sports. I'm John Pope.
I'm Ryan White.
And we're here in Citizens Bank of Rogersville Studios.
Yeah, man.
And
You see what I did there? Yeah,
I
man.
can see straight because
You didn't hear me.
I don't see anybody.
Oh, I thought we had one person on at the moment.
We don't, which is you and I.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he moved. It's
Oh.
the ninja. That is the corniest dad joke I will probably do tonight. So, hey, we're going to take 10 minutes real quick and talk to our favorite photographer, Joe Thomas from Green Box Photography. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
We're about to have an epic show with some guys that would put a hurting on us here in a second at Rogersville Wrestling. You took some pictures recently, but I mean, of what sport most people would ask? All of them.
Yeah.
Just tell us why. I mean, you take phenomenal pictures. You're a staple in this community. You're the most big-hearted guy I know. I still owe you a tripod, by the way. I'll get it to you. I found it.
Borrowed one. That's right.
But tell us how you got into photography and why you do what you do, man.
Well, the photography was a byproduct of working on the ambulance. I needed that release, and after a day, of working on the ambulance, I went out and took photos the next day. But then I wanted to get better with my camera, so I went to school just to take some classes because I only worked 2 days a week on the ambulance, and then turned into a photography degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I was there. So
Are you YouTube certified? Is that how you learned how to do photography?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
YouTube University?
YouTube University.
Perfect.
No, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
No,
Yeah.
but you've studied it. I mean, you didn't just pick up a camera and say, I'm going to be good at this. You picked up camera, went to school.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew rudimentary how it worked, and I was taking photos, but they weren't great photos. And I thought, well, since I worked, my schedule was set in stone. I worked Thursdays and Saturdays, 24-hour shifts. And I had all these days off. I said, well, I'm going to go take some classes at the college. And next thing you know, and all through college with the degree in photography. So there we are.
Yeah. So do people, you take so many amazing pictures. We have stuff from Bella. I can't even remember when you started, that we put in a year-end review book.
So when I first moved here, some of the first rec league teams that I shot, Lucas was on.
Oh, wow.
And now they're my seniors this year. So that's been kind of fun.
Little Lucas over there?
It was little Lucas doing soccer at the park. And
He played soccer?
Yeah. So now he's one of my seniors.
Did he cry?
I don't remember that part.
No.
Potentially.
Look at him. He's smiling, but that's the thing we talk about with Lucas is he smiles a lot, but if you watch him, he'll crush you in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Joe, I want to know because you seem to get some really cool shots. And how do you do that? Like, you always seem like you're in the right place at the right time. So, like, when you're watching a wrestling duel or you're watching a football game or a softball, like, what's going through your mind when you're doing all of this?
Well, for wrestling, I wrestled in high school 4 years, so I know where the action's going to go. Other sports, I had to study a little bit. I don't know. But then the other part of the aspect is you'll see a lot of photographers that are just sitting there on the sidelines, and I'm not one to sit. And then, case in point, in wrestling, the ref ran me off the mat the other night.
Because you were wanting to mix it up, like in a singlet, let's go.
Yeah, so I put myself in. I'm like, okay, I find out where the rules are. Where I talk to the refs before the game. Hey, where are you gonna allow me to go? And they say, oh, well, you can go this far onto the field or something like that. I'm like, so I take it 10 more yards further.
Perfect.
Than that.
Because you're right there with us on the chain gang, like literally.
Yes.
I love it.
And so I see how far I can go until they tell me not to.
and that is why you're the ninja.
And so that's how I get the shot where the other guys, they may get a good shot here and there, but I'm going to push it to where I need to be to go get that shot.
Cool.
Yep.
One of my favorite aspects of what you do is, you highlight our athletes. And that's, I feel like we've had a great partnership in this for you've been doing a lot longer than we have, but that's why we started this is like there was no source to open a paper and say, you know, well, look at my kid, look what they did. You know, as parents, we all want that moment, you know, of saying, hey, my kid, because they work hard, you know how hard they work. Yeah. So, you know, that's why, you know, we all started this. With you, you know, we kind of work hand in hand. I mean, you'll send me pictures and say, use them. And, you know, we always try to obviously, you know, say where they're from, but we've made some really neat little videos just off your pictures.
Yeah. Well, everything I shoot to high school, everything I shoot in LR, middle school up, I donate to the schools as well. So it goes straight to the yearbook as well. So I think it's, I'd love the community to build the community. You know, I want that involvement. I want these guys to be noted in the community as well.
Well, and I want to say one more thing. You came in, we wanted to, you know, we've had a great friendship for many years. But I wanted to say too, and I've said it before on here, is, you know, you're a guy that, you know, like Ryan and I, we don't get paid for this, you know, and I'm not trying to like boo-hoo. We love doing it. But we do it because we love these kids. And I know you feel the same, you know, you've got 2 athletes coming up through the system as well. You finally got to take a picture of, what was it? I think your son did something, and you were there for his game.
It was a football game.
Football game.
Yeah. You know how hard that is, because there's part of me that's like, I want you know, he's got that big 95-yard touchdown, and I want to root him on it, but it's like, I got to get the photo too, or else my wife's going to be like, But
what was that like, Joe? What was that like? I would think it would almost be like surreal that you're standing there, and he was running like to you, I think.
Yeah, he was running.
And you're watching through the camera lens, and you're like, that's my son.
Yeah.
But then you're also trying, like you said, you're trying to take a picture. Was it kind of a surreal moment?
Yeah, it's tough. But honestly, though, you know, it's like when Lucas is out on the mat, or one of these kids that are really close to me. I have that same feeling, you know, it's like, oh, you know, these are my kids. And I get really excited, you know, but I was like, okay, but I'm here for a job. I got to do the job too. And so that's really kind of fun. Like when Adric was, you know, he had that kid a couple weeks ago and he picked him up.
That shot was so cool.
And I was just like, I was jazzed up. I was like, this is really, you know, because I know Adric. You know,
that was
I'm glad you brought that up, because Alicia and I last night, we were just talking about that same thing. You know, we get it from 2 different. You know, normally she'll have a lot of these kids in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
One, they make you feel old because she had them in 3rd grade. You turn around and all of a sudden they're raising families, and you're like, what the crap? I'm still 20, you know? But when these kids, I'm not embarrassed to say it. When these kids do amazing things, like, I'll break down. Like Ryan's had to take over several times.
Yeah, he'll start crying sometimes.
I'm just proud of him, you know? And it's like at my daughter's wedding, I said, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm so happy, you know. But you do form this different connection. Like, you are not a parent, but you almost kind of feel like you are, you know.
Well, yeah. So there's been times when I'm like, oh, at least my eye's been on the viewfinder, and I have that excuse.
Yeah.
There's been some of the times, and even last year I had that at graduation. Some of these kids, you know, I've seen them come up through the system, and I do the school graduation photos, and I'm like, oh man, you know, it's just, it's kind of a bittersweet, but it's exciting.
We say that every year. It's, you know, we watch them walk across the stage, and you know, and we tear up, and you know, we're excited once again for them. But you know, how do you replace a Lucas? You know, you know, every year it's like, how do you replace those kids?
Yeah.
The nice thing is we do.
Yeah.
You know, because we've got such a deep system that we do. So, but hey, I wanted to finish my plug real quick, because we got a nice show coming on.
Kids, I want to get out of here so they can hear.
You know, you do all this for, you know, a lot of times, you know, you'll post them. You know, like you said, you donate, but you're running a business at the same time. Sometimes. I know it's not something you would say, but you know, let's reward those people that are out there. You know, believe me, Joe would have given up a long time ago. I guarantee you, if his passion wasn't for these kids, you know. So let's, as a community, let's reward that. You know, when you've got pictures that you want to take, I'm not even going to say which kinds because I don't know. I know what kinds you do for my family, but, you know, call up Joe. He's got an amazing studio. And guys, I'm going to tell you what.
He's so fast.
He's fast.
Stupid fast.
Yeah,
it's
and I'm like,
amazing. Dads, you're going to love it.
You're going to love it. You're in and out in 15.
At least,
And
yeah.
they're amazing.
Maybe quicker.
I hate pictures.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I hate them.
And you do so good for us dads. You're just like bam, 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 and we're going to do this, and I want you here and there, and you do this.
Oh,
and then, okay,
Pac-Man.
then we move in. John, are you done, or were you still going?
Oh, we were talking about Pac-Man in there. So.
Oh yeah, you can play Pac-Man.
Pac-Man,
Heck yeah!
so.
I just wanted to say real quick how much I appreciate you in this community, because I'm not the best, and I'm probably not the only one. I'm not real good about taking photos and video and things, because I would rather just watch what's going on. And with you in the community, you know, I don't really worry about it when I see you around the games, because I'm like, okay, well, Joe's here. I'm sure he'll probably get one picture or two or three that I can at least look at, and you send it to me, and I really, really appreciate it. So, it's just really cool, and I want you to know how much I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Because I get to actually watch my kids instead of looking at them through a lens.
Well, I try to get as much as I can, and you know, I run a business. I don't go to a game thinking I'm here to make money. 90% of the time I don't, but I still go because I just love it. It's just so exciting. I mean,
But
energy
I'm saying, as
yeah.
you know, person in this community that knows what kind of time you put into that,
Yeah.
I'm saying let's reward that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
genuine care for our community. You know, we've hired you to do team. You know, hey, take pictures of Bella for this entire game.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, there's a million things he can do. So I always love it because I know you throw it in there on purpose, but you always capture her. There's one where she's pitching and her tongue's hanging out here and all her like this. And I'm like, oh, that's my favorite. It's going to go on my wall. And she
Yep.
goes,
That goes in a wedding slideshow, too.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you Joe threw that one in there just for that reason.
Well,
So
They all have their things.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yep.
exciting. Yeah.
all right, guys.
Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You get
Thank
you
you so
kind of
much,
get to
Joe.
see the ninja because he kind of
He's
is
there and then he's not.
Look though, I mean, he's got that
His black
His
his
shirt.
ninja
Yeah.
suit on. So
Very
all right,
fitting.
stay
All
tuned.
right.
We're going to key it up, and we have LR Wrestling coming on. So we'll be back in about 2 seconds. All right, bye.